We have things like Loud and Clear, Joe, Loud and Clear, Gray, Mike, 1951.
Hi, Mike.
Uh, that's me. And then I wrote down, I'll start the show. Tim, see if you can adjust something. Hello, Douglas. Okay. Hello, James Farley. Now we're good. All right. We're good. All right.
Yeah,
All right. All
it was.
right. So bingo. Tom's not here. In case you haven't noticed, Tom's not here
Yeah, I
tonight.
did notice.
I can hear the termites in the walls.
So sorry about that, guys.
All right. I'm B. Letty's watching a good movie right now, Life of Chuck. Yeah, Tom was talking about that. It's on Disney Plus. You got Disney Plus, Joe? Yeah, I still got it. I don't think we canceled it after the last time. Live TV, just like the 50s.
Yep.
What's up, Petty Lane? Well, Tim, that was fun. So,
Yeah.
hope you didn't see what I was showing because I was going to make a little joke out of it.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Good. All right. So I didn't get any new things yet, but and nor did I watch anything. I'm too busy doing other stuff. Man, I got a busy channel and stuff, so I didn't watch nothing. But it's funny. Today I was on TCM, and sometimes in the afternoons or mornings they play like old movies from the 30s that I've never heard of, and they only give them 2 stars out of 4. And this was called. It had David Manners in it. It was from 1932, and I know David Manners from Dracula, The Mummy, The Black Cat, those early horror movies. And I think it was called. Help me, folks. It's a sin, or it might be a sin. Is it a sin? Something like that about him dating a woman. And I was watching. I thought, I caught it right at the beginning. I'm like, this would be nice for the movie show tonight, But I didn't watch. I lasted 15 minutes. I said, I'm not going to watch this. There's other things I'm more interested in watching. So I didn't. But what about you, Tim? Did you pick up anything or watch anything?
I picked up 2 movies and watched 7. I've had a busy movie.
Great. We need that. So that's what we're going to do. All right. So why don't you start showing me some of the things you picked up, the 2 you picked up?
Okay. Well, one of them I watched. So
okay.
I've never owned this. I watched. I think I've talked about this on the show because I think I watched it on Tubi last year, maybe. But I picked up The Out of Towners. Wow.
That's what I was showing earlier because I saw you on another show with
okay.
And I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie.
Yeah, no. This is Jack Nicholas. What's his Jack Lemmon? And his most frenetic, really. I mean,
he's a real curmudgeon in this one. It's great.
Yeah. He's not a happy camper.
Everything's going wrong in New York. Yeah. A lot of people, it's funny. A lot of people don't appreciate the movie. I found over the years when I read about it, a lot of people think it's too hard on New York, also, or something like it. It's freaking great. I actually don't. I actually in the minority. I don't care for Sandy Dennis too much. I mean, she's good in the movie, but she annoys me. She annoys me.
Yeah.
In the movie.
Well, see, to me, it's as much him as it is New York. I don't blame New York. He makes every wrong decision he can make. And he gets mad at the wrong people, and I blame him as much as anything.
It is one of my favorite comedies of all time, and I'm on a quest for a Blu-ray of this. I mean, this DVD's fine right now. A lot of DVDs, I always say, look fine when I watch them. But I would get a Blu-ray if I don't think it's available yet.
I don't know if it's ever been out on. You'd think it would be, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. What else did you pick up, sir?
Well, okay. I picked up this, and I just watched it. This was fantastic. The Killer is Loose.
Oh yeah.
With Joseph Cotton from 1956. It also has Alan Hale Jr. from Gilligan's Island. It also has the Carrot Man from Lost in Space,
Okay.
and it has Chief O'Hara from Batman. They're all in
Yeah.
this, so it was
Yeah.
great. It was, but this is really good. This is a really intense film. It's only like 73 minutes long. And he's a cop, and this guy is doing it on the inside job of a bank job, and they find out about it. First, they don't realize he is, and then they find out about it, and he holds himself up in his apartment, and the neighbor said his wife left a couple hours ago, so they storm the place and wind up killing his wife because he's barricaded himself in, and he's shooting at them. So now this guy blames Cotton for killing his wife, breaks out of jail, and now he's after not Cotton but his wife. It's really good. It's really like tense, and he did a really good job.
I see it comes from my favorite genre.
Yeah, it's Kino Lorber, Blu-ray.
Kino Lorber.
Same, so artwork's the same as the outer thing, but
Kino Lorber's good.
Kino Lorber, great film. Never heard of it. Underrated, really, really good film.
That's good when you find a gem like that you didn't know about. That happens to me sometimes too. Before we go on, let me just answer. Where is it? Somebody asked. Here it is. I did see The Cat and the Canary in the movies. Actually, it was in a movie theater, a Revival House once, but I don't remember. It's kind of a little comical. I remember that. I think about it. Excuse me, but talking about. Go ahead.
I watched a year or two ago. There's at least 3, maybe 4 versions of this, and I watched them all, like back to back to back to back.
Look at this. Mike loves The Killer Is Loose. You want to come up and talk about it, Mike? Let us know.
Yeah, no, great film, isn't it, Mike? It was really good. And
yeah, Cat the Canary's really good. Talking about the Out of Towners, Martin says, great flick. Love Sandy Dennis. I think the only thing I actually, you know what? To be fair, I liked her in the movie. I just don't like the oh my god over and over again. The rest of it, I'm fine with. Especially when she gets a little mad, she gets a little herself too. She's getting a little annoyed too. I haven't had any food. My fingers are thinner. You lost your ring. It just slipped off. I had to slip off. I haven't had any food. My fingers are thinner. Funny freaking movie, man. I think. I pay nothing for TV. I dropped everything about 10 years ago. I've got hundreds of films recorded from TCM and all my DVDs and Blu-rays. I got to the point I never watched cable anyway. Yeah. I don't know, man. We're thinking about getting rid of it because the price is outrageous where we are. It's just outrageous. But, I don't want to get rid of cable altogether,
I haven't had it for years and years and years.
And now we're kind of caught up for the moment. So, Tim.
Yes.
Tell me some of the things you've watched this past week.
Okay. Almost every movie I watched was really good. I highly recommend it. I watched this movie I showed last week, Appointment with a Shadow, another Kino Lorber. And this was just... I watched so many movies, it's hard for me to remember what it was even about, but it was really good, I could tell you. Brian Keith was a cop, and God, I don't even remember. I just remember it was really good. Film noir kind of thing.
I think I remember you mentioning this because we talked a little about Brian Keith.
Yeah, I need to watch it again, actually, but I don't know when that'll be. But I just remember it was really good. I was really, really pleased. Another great Kino Lorber film, and another Joseph Cotton film I talked about last week because I bought it, The Man with the Cloak. This was interesting. This is a film noir, but it's set in like the 1880s or something, and it's a little bit like Gaslight. there's a guy. There are people trying to convince this woman that she's crazy and blah blah blah. And Joseph
Gaslight.
Cotton is a good guy in this one, and he's on her side. And another really interesting, good movie. Warner Archive. This one. Kino and Warner Archive and stuff, they put out good movies. You pick up a movie by them, it's probably going to be a good film. So another really good movie. And then I'm on my new movie kick. I watched 4 recent movies, being past 1990. The first one I don't have. I watched it on Tubi, because I found out it was on Criterion, and I wanted to ask Tom about this because, he loves Criterion. And like, why is this movie on Criterion? Which is why I watched it. Like, why? And I watched Tank Girl. Have you ever seen Tank Girl? Why is this on Criterion?
Well, that's what everybody thinks. Just because it's on Criterion, a lot of people think, oh, it's going to be a classic or a great movie. There's a lot of trash on that.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but it wasn't. It's okay for what it is, But that's about it. It's a comic book spoof kind of movie, and it's okay. And then I watched this thing, which is a British film about politics, both American and British politics, called In the Loop.
Mm.
And it stars Peter Capaldi, who was Doctor Who at one point. And he's great in this. I've never heard a character swear as much as this guy does in this movie. He's just constantly swearing. And
you haven't been to my
he's always upset. He's always upset. And this was interesting. The plot is almost unfathomable, and you don't have to understand it to still laugh and still think it's a fairly good movie, but it's just so intricate and detailed that it's not a great movie, but I did like it, and I liked a lot of the people in it. So there you go, In the Loop with Peter Capaldi. Made it great.
Hold on a minute, I want to catch up a little bit. I have to see The Killer is Loose sometime. That sounds good.
It was really good.
Hello again, Rocco. Sandy Dennis was a category unto herself. There was no one else like her. Marty Supreme, take a peek. An unlikely, unique cast. I like Joseph Cotton. I'll have to see The Man with a Cloak.
Yeah, that was good too.
By the way, I did send for 2 movies today from Amazon. Thought of Eric. I sent for the Laurel and Hardy, whatever it's called, Volume 2. Of the talkies, where they rip you off and only give you like 6 or 7 episodes, whatever it was. I got that, and I also got the newest edition of the Blu-ray of House on Haunted Hill, 1959. All right, so that's that. Now on Tubi, I watched the Blood, Sweat, and Tears documentary about touring around the world, doing a gig in wherever that is. Now, what's Fan Fest canceled? You're not talking about the fest for Beatles fans, are you? Or are you talking about some movie thing, Fan Fest?
Yeah, I don't know.
I saw In the Loop. It was based on a British TV series with Peter Capaldi. Too.
Okay, that makes sense. But I like Peter Capaldi's probably my favorite modern Doctor Who. He's very Tom Baker like in a way, which is endearing.
Yeah. Okay, Tim, you're back up.
So I've watched 2 more, and these were both fantastic. I showed this last week. I watched Darkest Hour, of course, about Winston Churchill with I can't ever think of anybody, Gary Oldman, and it's funny because there's 2 commentaries. I listened to them both. It's funny because in the behind the scenes stuff, you see Gary Oldman out of makeup and he just looks like Gary Oldman. And you're like, how is this Gary Oldman? Because I'm like, man, he's really let himself go, but he hasn't. He looks like Gary Oldman. So this was just great. But the thing I didn't know about this and makes it interesting, this whole movie is only about a month of Winston Churchill's life. It's about when he first became prime minister and how bad it was when he got there, and it's just really everybody hated him, and he's about to fail, and he turned. It's really a good movie. It's worth watching, definitely. Whether you're a history buff or not, it's just an inspiring movie that this old curmudgeon guy could do this. Great film. And this, which says on the bottom, one of the best films of all time. And you know what? I watched it, and it might be right. 1917. Anybody
Well, at
ever
least
see this?
titles it up for me.
No, this is amazing. This is because it's not really about the war. These two guys got to get a message to stop an attack because it's going to be a trap. And they're going to lose 1,600 guys, and they got to get across the German lines to do it. And the thing about it is, it's like Hitchcock's Rope. It's all one shot. This is a 2-hour movie that's all one shot, and it is amazing. This is a triumph. This shows that they can still make movies that are great.
There we go. Very good, Jerry Carter says.
Yeah, very, very good movie. I agree. It's probably one of the best movies ever. Certainly one of the best movies made this century. Just great movie. So
hello, Robbie.
Yeah. Great movie, and that's everything I saw.
Yeah, you're going to start liking a lot of newer so-called movies the more you see that are good.
Well, I'm going to run out of. I've been watching some of the really good movies that were made.
Which Johnny Depp films have I seen? Quite a few, I think. But let me think here now. I'm going to count A Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm going to say, well, Edward Scissorhands. What's the Ninth Gate? Is he in the Ninth Gate? I think he is. Ed Wood. So Ed Wood. Is he Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I think there's probably some other ones too. I just can't think of the names of them all now.
You seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
What is it?
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Let's see that. You saw that?
That's great. I've seen that. Yeah.
There must be other ones by him that I've seen, but I can't think of it now. I want to see the one with him and Pacino. I don't know. Is it Donnie Brasco? I don't know which. He's in a movie with him, I believe. The series was, I think, called In the Thick of It. Capaldi manipulates stuff behind the scenes with politician. In one episode, a candidate is framed on TV in front of a cutoff sign, "I am thick."
Okay.
The airplane scene was awesome.
Did he swear as much on British television as he does in this movie? Because half the words out of his mouth. Oh my God. But it's perfect for the character. It works for the character so well.
Anson Williams and Donnie Most of Happy Days will appear at the Chocolate Expo in New Jersey the weekend of January 24th. You know, I had the opportunity to meet some of the Brady Bunch kids at the Chocolate Expo, but it was in New York. It was closer to me. And I think it was in New York. Wasn't it? Anyway, and I couldn't go. And I pissed off because I would have liked to, because I grew up with the Brady Bunch. I always say that. I don't know if I'd go. I grew up with Happy Days too, but I think I would rather meet them more, a little more locally. Hopefully. Okay, saw a Johnny Depp film, The Secret Window, a suspense movie. It was good and mysterious, about a killer. Oh yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. I forgot about that. I've seen, I don't know which one. Maybe the first. I've seen it. Some of those. Or some bits of the other ones. So one in full. Any thoughts of Hands of a Stranger? I might know that.
That sounds familiar. Like, tell me if I'm wrong. Does a guy get his hands amputated and gets new hands sewn back on, and they're from a killer.
That sounds like the
If I'm
movie
right,
Mad
then
Love.
I've seen it. If clearly I haven't, if I'm wrong.
There's a 1930 at 5, I think it is, movie called Mad Love with Peter Lorre, where that's the Hands of Orlac. There's like a story, The Hands of Orlac.
Yeah, no, I've
Uh,
heard the Vorlach.
I definitely mentioned Ed Wood. It's probably my favorite
Yeah,
movie of his for obvious reasons for me.
yeah, me too.
Uh,
It would.
my dad was in Korea, so he was always watching war movies when I was a kid. I like war movies made before about 65. Patton was a great movie. Just watch that again. Yeah, I wonder if I'll ever watch it. I found a cheap Blu-ray and I never watched it. Not my,
I
I like
haven't
George C.
watched
Scott,
it.
but I don't like that subject. You talking about Hamlet or is it Hamnet?
No,
Uh,
Hamnet. It's the new. Yeah,
what is Hamnet? Great film and
yeah,
another
it is
very
Hamnet.
pleasant theater going experience. Well, you're becoming a believer too, maybe in the theater. I
Good,
don't know.
or he's just in a good area. But good on you, whichever it is.
Tim Capaldi didn't swear as much in the TV series, but did use some choice words for emphasis.
I'm sure he did. Even in Britain, I don't think he could swear that much on TV. Like, holy
And
cow.
Mike likes Hands of a Stranger, and Rocco always likes testing me. I know what this is right here. Hands, hands, hands. You're the strangler. Yeah, that's when Felix is psychic and he thinks he sees a pair of hands gonna strangle Oscar. I know what that is. Yeah, well that's in the movie. Well, anyway, that's the Hands of Orlac
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I think I have seen The Hands of a Stranger though. A long time ago, but I think I have seen it.
Well, that's Peter Lorre. Colin in Mad Love from 1935. Peter Lorre is the surgeon, I believe, and it's Colin Clive, who was Dr. Frankenstein in the original Karloff Frankenstein, who is the piano musician that loses his hands. Hamnet was a Golden Globes darling. I missed it, but it's on the list. It's a shame Bugonia didn't get as much attention. I just bought The Man Who Knew Too Much, Peter Lorre. Good stuff. I saw the remake. If I think.
Yeah, which had a hit song in it. The only Hitchcock song film to ever have a hit song come from it. It's the remake of The Man Who Knew Too Much.
I just said Ray Milland. It's what Jimmy Stewart. Stewart.
No. Que Sera comes from the Man Who Knew Too Much, which is just bizarre.
Yeah, this is kind of off topic. Sure. There you go. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So I've seen it at some point in time, but I don't remember.
The fires burnt out our TV towers. Got no free to air in our district. Could be months. Can stream through our router, so not all is lost.
Physical media. Physical media.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I just saw somebody say one of his favorite TV shows is MASH, and they took it off, the streaming. Like, you know what? Come on, man. Physical media. Irish McCalla. I know that name from somewhere else that has a small part in Hands of a Stranger. She's always worth seeing. I mean, I must know her in some other things.
Yeah, it sounds familiar to me too, but
the Academy Awards will not be seen this year on regular network TV. Why? Hey, don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah.
Too bad Tom's not here for that. We're all caught up. That's our show. Yeah, I'm not going to stay on long this time anyway because of Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Yeah, I think I've had Twining's tea before somehow, not Irish tea. So anyway, we're just looking for your comments now because we're unless you could think of anything you haven't talked about.
No,
You look at
no.
best picture. You're asking me? Oh, well,
Yeah.
best picture. I'll go for. I forgot the name of it already. Song Sung Blue, even though it came out Christmas Day, it doesn't qualify. I don't think. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen these movies. I don't have any interest anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
me
don't have any
either. I have
interest. It's okay.
no idea.
Like I said,
No.
I'm not a movie fan just for the sake of it. Like I have this thirst to see every movie ever made, and the more the merrier. I mean, I guess I do. I don't know. At times, there's certain ones that interest me more that I'm more likely to give it a chance on. But like I mean, that Joseph Cotton one, I wouldn't be against seeing that.
Both of them are good. Even the one that's set in the 1880s is still good because it's set then, it's still like a film noir. It's still good.
I hope this isn't true because I have like 2 or 3 Blu-ray players in the closet in their boxes for years to come. All Blu-ray players have rubber belts. They recommend to use them a few times a year to keep it from drying out and breaking. Well, I don't think if it was ever used, it's going to dry out and break. I can't
Well,
imagine.
it will over time, but a lot of time, 20 years.
Grammy nominees and Academy Award nominees do not have lasting value nor merit. Sorry.
Well, they used to, because it used to be, stuff that was good and mattered. And I'm not saying they're not making good movies. I'm saying they don't matter the way they used to because not enough people see them. If there used to be a good movie, everybody saw it. When something phenomenal came out, everybody would see it. I mean, now that's just not the case.
Well, of course, as you said, doesn't mean they're not good movies, though, right? It's just it's changed how they watch, how most people want to watch their movies, if at all.
Exactly. And music is the same, I mean, I haven't known the number one song in America for years. There was a time when you had to have lived in a cave not to have heard the number one song. Now,
That's it.
hard to hear it. That's the way. Same thing with movies. It's gone that way too.
The Academy Awards will be on TV when their contract ends with ABC, and a night in 2028. I believe not this year, which will be hosted by Conan O'Brien. Tim is right. Water cooler and schoolyard discussions.
Yeah, even before the blockbusters. When I'll use one of your favorite movies, when American Graffiti came out. Everybody saw that movie.
Yeah, I saw it.
Now, it's not the case. It's just not the case.
No, people don't really want to see it, but they could be good movies they're missing.
Yeah,
I'm playing devil's advocate
now. That's the problem. There used to be a few movies a week that would come out, and you could see all the good ones. Now there's too much.
Just watched your Godzilla video. Loved it. Thank you. I know I always change my username. Andrew. Been subbed since 2012. But Andrew who? Which Andrew? I get them mixed up. I don't know. I used to avoid seeing movies everyone was seeing just to be ornery. I meant to say after 2028, the Academy Awards are moving to some streaming service. Didn't catch which one. All right, that's a little more. Volume 2 of Laurel and Hardy, the definitive restorations, has some interesting extra features. Galaxy of Stars was a special short film made for French exhibitors, Laurel and Hardy, with James Finlayson, which of course was the inspiration for Homer Simpson. James Finlayson, I've heard. I don't really follow The Simpsons, but it was the one that they took when Homer supposedly always goes "do" or something like that. Supposedly they got that from James Finlayson. So I just had something on my mind. It just was gone. I had it. I was going to say it after. I forgot it already, Tim. Just like yesterday when you couldn't think of the lyric to Mrs. Robinson. I was just playing with you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it just leaves your head, you know. It's familiar, but
I'm like,
get
damn. What was
old.
I going to say? Oh, I know what I was going to say. Okay. Yeah, I wish Tom was here for this because I was talking about, I keep saying I'm not going to get a 4K player unless I'm forced into it because it's the only way to watch the movies or there's something I've got to have that's only on 4K. Well, the movie Westworld is one of my all-time favorite films. And it's coming on 4K. And I always said, why don't they have a commentary with Michael Crichton, his dad, the director and the writer. But I said, they don't have any extra features with the two stars in there, James Brolin and Richard Benjamin. And now I hear the 4K is going to have new interviews with them about the movie, never before seen. Brand new. I don't know how long they're going to be, whether it's a minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. I don't know. But I'd love to double or triple by now, whatever it's been, quadruple dip on Westworld just to get that. But I'm not getting it on 4K. So hopefully it'll show up somewhere on YouTube, those little interviews or something, and there's there's a commentary on it by some film historian that I don't recall on Westworld. I would get that again if they had a Blu-ray. See, they're doing that where it used to be 4K / Blu-ray. Now they're not offering the Blu-ray.
Some still are. Some, it depends on the company. Some are, some aren't. A lot of companies, and it's still the case, they put most of the special features on the Blu-ray and not the 4K.
Yeah. No, I'm not interested in Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I only know 2 of their songs, I think. Or maybe 3. Something like that. So, I'm not interested. But anyway. One Battle After Another won the Golden Globe. Have you guys seen it? No.
I've said many times, unless it's an action film, a car thief film, a comic book film, it's not coming to where I live. So no.
Oh yes, I definitely remember that name. Yes. But I got to say though, I'm really glad though, Andrew, that you appreciated the Godzilla video. It's a video I just did of all my Godzilla movies that I own, physical media.
Well, he liked it.
All right, now we got to go back here. Oh boy. Hello, Kimba. How are you?
Hey, Kimba.
I doubt if I'll ever watch the Oscars again. It's been years.
Yeah.
Finlayson's greatest films with Laurel and Hardy were Big Business and Way Out West. Yeah, Way Out West was really good. We got to get that deed or whatever it is. I collected 4K between 2019 and 2025. I got fed up with it for a lot of reasons, so I downgraded most of them to standard Blu-ray. Unfortunately, I predict this is what we will see releases only, a 4K, no Blu-ray. Well, like I said, we'll see.
Not yet. Maybe eventually, but not yet.
And I understand, if a 4K player will easily play a Blu-ray and a DVD, there's no problem upgrading machines. Yeah. But I'm worried more about you got to have a special TV for 4K. I don't know if mine's 4K.
You don't. You just won't get the 4K. If you don't have a 4K TV and you hook it up to a regular TV, you watch it. You just don't see 4K. You see 1080 or whatever Blu-ray is. You see high def, but you don't see 4K.
I've heard that some 4K discs are already having problems. Disc rot? Oh, wow. I mean, they're expensive too, like $40 each or something. A lot of them.
Yeah, some are more.
I have a VHS player hooked up. Still great. Sorry. Sorry. I'm glad you enjoy it, Martin. I would have nothing to do with VHS tapes anymore. Never. But I'm glad you enjoy it, sir. 4K format is not perfected. In addition to that, they don't build the players very well, so they're prone to freezing, all of them. Wow. Glad I'm not jumping in there. I just got a remastered Barbara Steele film. I know she's your favorite, or one of your favorites. The Ghost. In the mail today on 4K and Blu-ray. One of her best horror films. Why have I never heard of that one?
Yeah, I don't know it either.
A Westworld Story is such an interesting. Go ahead, Tim. I always got to give you time.
No, I just said enjoy the film. That's it.
Oh, enjoy. Westworld Story is such an interesting subject. The HBO series started off good, but lost opportunity. I put that thing on the first episode. I was lost from the beginning. Made no sense at all. Impossible to comprehend or follow. And people say, if you stick with it, it makes sense after the series progressed. It was a mess. I even saw videos saying how to like make sense of Westworld, a TV show, and it explains it. And I'm like, listen, I'm not here to try to figure things out, man. You're welcome. He loves his Godzilla clip. Another extra feature is an interesting filmed interview with Laurel and Hardy in 52. This was before TV talk shows. So this is a short gem. They speak naturally as they were in real life. Oh, that's cool. Well, I've seen them on Ship's Reporter. That's not what you're talking about, right? When they're talking about Atoll K. Well, thank you very much, Elvin. Thank you. Golden Year of Rocky. What will Sly be up to? That's right. I didn't even think of that. It's 50 years of Rocky.
Wow.
Oh, movie Mayo.
Had to get it in there.
Yeah. That's funny you mentioned VHS, Joe. I got 3 coming today, but I just collect a few for fun. I don't watch VHS. Hey, some people do. Enjoy yourself. It's just not for me anymore. We watched an old VHS of the original Star Wars before Lucas added the CGI effects to it. Kind of fun to watch it, even though the picture quality wasn't that great. A Netflix deal will kill 25% of Hollywood movies, 25% Warner Brothers physical media. Jeez. I'm just glad I can't imagine wanting much more. Everything I have that I want, I have on disc of some kind, DVD or Blu-ray, and whatever I don't have that I might still want, I can always get it, whether it's on Amazon or whether it's off eBay, or so I'll always be able to get it. So the only thing really is if I want any new movies, if I see new movies that I like, I want to get that, I saw the same thing from True Detective Season 2. I could not follow, and apparently a lot of others couldn't either. Just way too convoluted. Yeah, it was the Ship's Reporter. Yes, that's a good one. Yeah, I know that. I've seen that before. Laurel and Hardy. And they stick that. I gotta tell you, there's a lot of things where they stick that on as an extra. I like James Finlayson and Our Relationship. Was that Our Relations? I think that's the movie, Our Relations, where James says to Laurel and Hardy wives, they don't know me. Take a look at that. That's a little bit, the way you worded it is a little bit confusing. I don't really understand it. Maybe you could try to clarify it a bit.
Could you put that into words which even Caesar could understand?
Shit. I've got a little sip of water here. I'll tell you a movie that I missed that I wanted to see. I've never seen it on a big screen. The movie Seconds with Rock Hudson, which I love that movie. I saw, that's what I tell the story where one time I tried it out. I loved it so much I watched it again with my wife at the time, and then I watched the commentary. I don't know if there were 2 commentaries. I watched it like 4 times or 3 or 4 times in one day. I liked it that much. Anyway, it was at a theater here around here, and it was 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. They were calling it. Oh, it's coming. It's not yet. It's this. Wait. What day is it? The 18th.
So it's coming. It's here. Yeah.
I don't know if it just came or whatever it was. I couldn't make it either Sunday really, and that really sucks. Oh yeah, This Is Your Life with Laurel and Hardy. Stan wasn't too happy about that, supposedly.
Do you know? I'll tell you something about that movie you might not know. Seconds. That helped break down the Hollywood code, because that was one of the, if not the first American-made mainstream movie to feature nudity since, the early 30s.
Well, I highly recommended that movie. Seconds. I used to think it meant seconds as in like time, like minutes and seconds, but it's not about that. It's about second bodies or second chance in life. Second you, I guess. All right, folks, keep it coming because we got just about time for 50 more questions. We got time for like 30, 40 more questions because I got nowhere to go. Now we'll try to make it an hour if we can. It's pretty good though. We have good stuff to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about Jaws today, nobody.
I don't.
Me neither. Oh yes, I heard this. Yes, T.K. Carter just passed away. He was in the John Carpenter's The Thing remake. Yeah, among other things. Yes. What would you name a seconds sequel? Thirds. Of course.
Well, if it's the same guy and he's getting another new whole thing, yeah, thirds.
One night I watched about half of a pre-Easy Rider film of Peter Fonda with Dennis Hopper called The Trip. Oh, yeah. It's about some people taking acid. It was kind of interesting. I saw that, I think, in a movie theater, one of those Manhattan, Greenwich Village theaters.
Yeah, that's another movie that helped break down censorship because that was pretty mainstream, actually.
What do I think of the Terrifier series? Well, that reminds me, it's a good time to plug the live stream, now a video that I did with Danny. Check it out. It's all about gore films, blood films. I know Tim loves those movies. Gore and blood, splatter, slasher, you take your pick. Depravity. It's called, the name of the stream is called I Spit on Your Stream, which is taken from I Spit on Your Grave. And it's doing fairly well. But anyway, there are 3 Terrifier films. It's a killer clown again. He's a famous character now, Art the Clown. And let me tell you, especially the first one, it's just pushing the envelope to an absurd degree for everything we just mentioned. I mentioned blood, gore. It's really over the top, above and beyond anything, with no point to it at all. I mean, really. Okay? That's the first one. The second one is a little better in the sense there's a little more feel of a movie to it. And the third one, I think, though, is the best one. I think they're getting better. There's supposed to be a 4th one coming. The third one's on Christmas, Art the Clown on Christmas. And, I mean, nobody's got anything on Art the Clown. Jason from Friday the 13th, Michael Myers, nobody does the things that this guy thinks he can do. And there's a little more of a structure to 3. I think 3 is the best of them. And 4 is supposed to finally explain, if anybody cares. Well, I do. If you watch them, what makes him tick and who is he and what is he all about? Because they don't explain who he is, just a demented clown. So they're going to explain his origins a little bit. And I know Tim will be first in line for Terrifier 4.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You're a regular riot. the trip had some fairly cheap-looking visual effects of what the people saw while on acid.
Well, yeah, but that's all they could do, really, at the time.
Stan Laurel was upset because he knew that This Is Your Life didn't pay the people that they profiled. I think he said 3 words the whole show. Big hater of the Terrifier films. I enjoy gore and horror films, but you are right. They have no point to them. Shallow as can be. Absolutely. Especially the first one. Yeah. And when you talk about gore for gore's sake, that's Terrifier. I like that phrase about Shakes the Clown. That's another thing entirely. That's Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah,
Being
being
this pain of alcohol.
Alcohol clown movies. Yeah, somebody wrote that in one of the newspapers, and they picked up on it and said, "Yeah, this is perfect. Thank you." But yeah, that's a great phrase.
The front page, is that another Walter Matthau, Jack Lemmon, or am I thinking of something else?
I think I saw it a long time ago. One of them. There's been more than one, but I don't remember. I can't remember anything anymore.
The movie The Trip had the rock band The Electric Flag performing their music while Peter Fonda tripping on acid. There's a movie, you ever hear of it, Tim? Anybody? Called Skidoo. Jackie Gleason trips out on that as an acid trip in Skidoo.
Yeah, I've got the soundtrack even on CD.
Skidoo.
Harry Nilsson did the music, so that's why I know about it. And I did see it once, and I was like, God, this is an awful movie. It really is. It's a really Otto Preminger should be ashamed of himself for directing that.
Can I be honest? I'm going to read this and I'm going to comment on it. Afterwards, Stan said that he wasn't going to give them a free performance. When someone hands them a pair of bowler hats, they almost did the hat switch routine. The thing is, I got to tell you, I don't know enough. I don't know a lot about Stan Laurel, but he was a genius, comedy genius. He was really the brains, right, behind Laurel and Hardy. Like, he was really the guy. People don't know that if you're not really familiar with him. But the thing, though, is he seems like a very nice man, would have liked to meet him and all that. But the thing is, I hate when people get like that. Oh, I'm not going to say anything for free. What is it? Come on, this is your life. They love you. They want to honor your memory, your career. You can't just suck it up for like 20 minutes or a half hour, whatever it is. I don't know. I feel a little funny about that. I'd expect that from somebody like Jerry Lewis more than Stan Laurel. But then again, I don't know enough about Stan Laurel. For me, it depends what the documentaries are about.
I do. That's mostly what I watch on YouTube is little documentaries. I don't know how many of them are factual, but yeah.
Hi, George.
Hello.
I've got a box set of the Monterey Pop Festival, which has over 2 hours of extra performances. One of them is of the Electric Flag, which wasn't around very long.
They're around a few years. David Bromberg came from there, I believe.
I remember when Jackie Gleason licked the envelope, which had 10 hits of acid. Skidoo, skidoo, skidoo. There's a lot of stars in that movie, Skidoo. I know Carol Channing was one of them, but
Carol Channing in her underwear. Everybody wanted to see that.
Not even when she was 21.
No.
Man.
The theme song, he sings the credits. Nilsson sings the credits. And that's the best part for me because he literally sings the credits as they're going on, and he plays a tower guard. He's got a really bit part of the tower guard, and he mentions it 2 or 3 times in the song. He keeps giving himself credit every time his name came in. Music and lyrics by Nilsson, who also played a tower guard. You know, every time he gets a chance, he sneaks his name in, which is great.
All right, we're running to the last minutes here. Let's try to make it an hour. But already it's been a pretty fun show, I think. But maybe we can make it. Don't drink the water. Hey, Rocco, if I say this to you, don't give him the answer if you know it, Tim. Rocco, if I say to you, don't drink the milk, what's the next couple of words you think of after that? You got to know the answer, Rocco. Joe, I also have felt that way about Stan's attitude towards the 54 show. He could have spoken more. For Stan, it was for the principle of it. Lewis tried to hire Stan as a consultant for some of his movies. It was a lot of money, but he said no. Well, Richard already got it. It's spoiled. Well, actually, it's 3 words, right? Don't drink the milk. Why? It's spoiled. Don't drink the milk. Why? It's spoiled. Don't drink the milk. Why? It's spoiled. Don't drink the milk. I'm way ahead of you, sister. I know. Hey, don't drink the milk. Why not? It's spoiled. Spoiled nothing. You children put that milk on your mush and eat it. Bah. Little Rascals, our gang.
I assumed that. I didn't know it, but I assumed.
Really? You know what I was doing? Drink the milk.
Well, I assumed as you were going around the thing, I like, okay, this must be the Little Rascals.
Yeah, they have a scene where, I don't know, there's this really nasty old lady that runs an orphanage, and they have to milk the cow get milk for like the mush. All they get is mush. That's the name of it, Mush and Milk. That's the name of the short, Mush and Milk. Anyway, so that they ruin the milk or something. They knock it over, a bucket of milk over. So then they have to make fake milk with, like, they use plaster of Paris and all this stuff to make milk so they don't get beat up. You know, that's what one of the kids said. Well, we gotta make some milk so we don't get beat. You know, that's how it was in like the 30s, I guess. So anyway, when they all sit at the table, they have their mush. They're all passing the words to the other kids that don't know. Don't drink the milk. It's spoiled. They're passing it all the way around the table. Don't drink the milk. Why? It's spoiled. Don't drink it. Finally gets back to the old lady. The old lady sitting at the thing. She goes, you put that milk on your mush and eat it. Ah. Oh, I love that. Children, my back pension has come. $4,000. When I get my back pension, those kids will never have to eat mush again as long as they live. $4,000. Hey, James Finlayson is on the phone with that too. When his back pension comes in, Spanky gets on the phone. You know, hello, who is this speaking? And Spanky's like, I don't know, I can't see you. Oh! Listen, who is this? And then Spanky goes, how many guesses? Oh! I can just picture it. There you go. Mike Bloomfield was a treasurer. He certainly is a treasurer. You know that, right?
That I do know what that's from.
There were a couple of long interviews with Stan in 57 and 59, which he discussed things fully, and I don't believe that he was paid anything. His attitude changed after Hardy's death. I don't want my picture took. I don't want my picture took. That's a Spanky too. Look, get the classic flicks if that's the name of them. Restorations of Our Gang. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. That is a great scene, man. They're both funny. Uh, funny stuff, man. Stuff we grew up with. My back pension, $4,000. He keeps this up much longer, he's going to be a buried treasure. Yeah, nothing like dialogue from our favorite TV shows. So I got to have dinner. That's why I got to get out because we started a little late here, and that's to do with my girlfriend's work schedule. I got to pick her up, so it kind of put us 6 o'clock instead of 5:30. So I'm waiting for that little clock to say 1 hour. That make the show at least an hour. Anyway, all right. So thanks everybody. This was short and fun. There you go. Yeah, yep. That's the one. Wild Poses. It's a title. Yeah, autofocus. Yes, exactly. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tim, and hopefully we could do it next week.
Joe.
Yeah, that was humorous. That was humorous. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Well, yes, I did see at the National House, as a matter of fact, with W.C. Fields. I think Bela Lugosi's in it too. That's another thing that has an all-star cast. I think Burns and Allen are in that. Gracie Allen. On that note, see you next time. Cheers.